A study in contrasts, the shepherd and the servant. This chapter delves into the lives and leadership styles of two of the most influential figures in the modern Catholic Church. The Catholic Church, a beacon of faith for over 2 millennia, stands as a testament to enduring beliefs and traditions. Yet in today's rapidly changing world, it faces new challenges and opportunities. The Church finds itself at a crossroads of change where the old meets the new and tradition intersects with modernity. This intersection is not just a physical place, but a metaphorical one, representing the evolving nature of faith and practice. Two figures, Pope Francis and Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, stand as symbols of this transformation. Their presence and actions resonate deeply within the hearts of millions of faithful around the world. Their leadership styles, a study in contrasts, reflect the evolving spirit of the Church. Pope Francis, with his bold and often controversial stances, challenges the status quo, while Cardinal Tagle, with his gentle and empathetic approach, fosters a quiet revolution. One, a shepherd unafraid to challenge the status quo with his loud cry for justice. Pope Francis has been a vocal advocate for the marginalized, the poor and the oppressed, often stepping into the fray to address social and economic inequalities. The other, a humble servant leading a quiet revolution of empathy and dialogue. Cardinal Tagle's approach is more subtle, focusing on personal interactions and fostering understanding through compassionate dialogue and deep listening. Both men, driven by a shared commitment to the Gospel's message of love and compassion, navigate the complexities of a global faith. Their different methods complement each other, creating a dynamic and multifaceted approach to leadership. Their paths, though distinct, converge on a common ground, a deep desire for a more inclusive, just and merciful church. They work tirelessly to bridge gaps, heal divisions, and bring people together under the banner of faith and love. Their leadership, a tapestry woven with threads of tradition and reform, offers a glimpse into the future of Catholicism. It is a future that holds promise, hope, and a renewed sense of purpose for believers around the world. The quiet revolutionary Cardinal Tagle's path of humility. Cardinal Tagle, often dubbed the Asian Francis, embodies a different kind of leadership. His approach is rooted in humility, a value deeply ingrained in his Filipino upbringing and his theological formation. Tagle's journey from a young priest in the slums of Manila to his current role as pro-prefect of the Dicastery for Evangelization speaks volumes about his character. His tenure as Archbishop of Manila showcased his commitment to the marginalized. He walked with the poor, listened to their stories, and amplified their voices. His leadership style, characterized by dialogue and inclusivity, resonated deeply within the Philippine Church and beyond. A voice for the voiceless, Pope Francis' bold stand for justice has resonated across the globe. Pope Francis, the first Jesuit pope, has captivated the world with his radical embrace of simplicity. His choice to live in modest accommodations rather than the opulent papal apartments speaks volumes about his commitment to humility. His unwavering commitment to social justice is evident in his actions and words. From the moment he chose the name Francis, evoking the legacy of St. Francis of Assisi, the world sensed a shift in the Vatican. St. Francis of Assisi, known for his love for the poor and his dedication to peace, serves as a powerful symbol for Pope Francis's mission. The world sensed a shift in the Vatican, a move towards inclusivity and compassion. His papacy has been marked by a series of bold actions and pronouncements that have challenged traditional notions of power. He has not shied away from addressing controversial issues, often taking a stand that surprises both his supporters and critics. His approach to authority within the Church is one of service and humility, rather than dominance and control. His encyclicals, notably Laudato Si on the environment, call for urgent action to protect our planet, and Fratelli Tutti on fraternity and social friendship emphasizes the need for global solidarity and mutual respect. These documents serve as clarion calls for global solidarity and action, urging people of all faiths and backgrounds to come together. He consistently reminds the world that true faith must be lived out in concrete acts of love, especially towards the poor, the marginalized, and the forgotten, who are often left behind in society. Pope Francis's actions and teachings continue to inspire millions, urging them to live out their faith through acts of kindness and justice. Embracing the margins, Shared visions, different approaches. While their approaches differ, both Pope Francis and Cardinal Tagle share a deep commitment to the Church's social teachings. Their leadership embodies a preferential option for the poor and a recognition of the inherent dignity of every human person. They understand that the Church's mission extends beyond the walls of its institutions and into the heart of the world's suffering. Their shared vision is most evident in their support for the Synod on Synodality. This groundbreaking initiative, launched by Pope Francis, aims to foster greater dialogue and participation within the Church, particularly from lay people and those on the margins. The world reacts, a chorus of praise and dissent. The reforms initiated by Pope Francis and supported by Cardinal Tagle have not gone unnoticed. Their leadership has sparked a wave of reactions, both positive and negative, from within the Church and across the globe. Many Catholics, particularly among younger generations, have welcomed their message of compassion and their efforts to make the Church more relevant and inclusive. However, their approach has also drawn criticism from more conservative factions within the Church. Some view their emphasis on dialogue and reform as a threat to traditional doctrines and hierarchical structures. This tension, though challenging, reflects the dynamism of a living faith grappling with complex issues in a rapidly changing world. The synods promise a Church that listens, a Church that acts. The Synod on Synodality, a cornerstone of Pope Francis's papacy, holds immense promise for the future of the Catholic Church. It is a bold initiative that seeks to transform the way the Church operates, making it more attuned to the voices of its members. Pope Francis envisions a Church that is not only hierarchical but also deeply communal, where every member feels heard and valued. By emphasizing listening, dialogue, and lay participation, the Synod aims to create a more inclusive and collaborative model of Church governance. This approach is not just about making decisions. It's about fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding. The Synod encourages open conversations where diverse perspectives can be shared and considered, ensuring that the Church's direction is shaped by a wide array of voices. This process, though gradual and at times messy, has the potential to revitalize the Church and empower the laity to take a more active role in its mission. Change is never easy, and the path to a more synodal Church is filled with challenges. However, the commitment to this journey reflects a deep desire for renewal and growth within the Church community. Cardinal Tagle's emphasis on grassroots engagement and his experience working with local churches worldwide make him a valuable asset in this endeavor. His hands-on approach and genuine connection with people at the local level bring a unique perspective to the Synod. He understands the importance of listening to the lived experiences of the faithful and integrating their insights into the broader Church narrative. His ability to bridge cultural divides and foster understanding aligns perfectly with the Synod's spirit of inclusivity and collaboration. In a world that is increasingly polarized, Cardinal Tagle's work highlights the power of unity and the strength that comes from embracing diversity. The Synod on Synodality, with leaders like Cardinal Tagle at the forefront, represents a hopeful step towards a more connected and compassionate Church. Seeds of change, nurturing a more inclusive, just future. The impact of Pope Francis and Cardinal Tagle's leadership extends far beyond internal Church reforms. Their unwavering advocacy for social justice, economic equality, and environmental sustainability has resonated with people of all faiths and backgrounds. They have consistently challenged world leaders to prioritize the needs of the marginalized and to work towards a more just and equitable global order. Their message, rooted in the Gospel's call to love one's neighbor, transcends religious boundaries and speaks to the universal longing for a more humane and compassionate world. Beyond the walls, extending compassion's reach to all. The leadership of Pope Francis and Cardinal Tagle signifies a shift in the Catholic Church's approach to the world. No longer content with being a fortress protecting its own, the Church, under their guidance, seeks to be a field hospital, tending to the wounds of a broken world. Their emphasis on mercy, compassion, and accompaniment extends to all, regardless of faith, background, or social standing. This outward-looking approach, reflective of the Gospel's call to universal love, has the potential to transform the Church's image and inspire a new generation of Catholics committed to social justice and global solidarity. A legacy of hope, two shepherds, one flock, a journey toward light. The Catholic Church, like any institution with a long and complex history, faces its share of challenges. Yet the leadership of Pope Francis and Cardinal Tagle offers a beacon of hope. Their shared commitment to justice, their humility, and their willingness to engage in dialogue offer a roadmap for a church that is both faithful to its traditions and open to the needs of the modern world. Their legacy, though still unfolding, promises to shape the church for generations to come. It is a legacy built on the foundations of dialogue, compassion, and a radical embrace of the Gospel's call to love and serve all. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.